to Matters on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Like I said earlier, it's quite an exciting moment to be here with you today, this very beautiful day. Well, we're not going to talk much, we're already starting the program already by now. We had the security program, so we didn't start off at 1:30. But we just want to look briefly into certain things based on the president's speech earlier today. And what he had said in 2023 and what he has been able to achieve, which he reeled out today. Now, I know you're very, very certain that Nigerians expected the president to sound confident in his policy achievement, his policy implementation achievement. And the question now is, from what the president had said and what he has been able to achieve in 1 year, which one of it has become realizable as in achievable? So his policies, his administration policies were doubling of aggregate government revenues to over 9.1 trillion naira, reduction in revenue spent on debt service from 97% to 68%, clearance of $5 billion in outstanding foreign exchange obligations, resurgence of the oil and gas industry. Can see the Warri refinery, the Port Harcourt refinery, Dangote refinery too has kickstarted, even if it's not part of the government's, it has a private sector entirely, but the idea is it's meant to cushion the effect of over-reliance on imported petrol. Increase in oil production to 1.61 million barrels per day. I don't think we've been able to, realize that yet, with their complaint of vandalism and all. Signing of 2 foreign direct investment deals worth over $500 million. Launch of the compressed natural gas initiative that is already launched, but the viability of that is what a lot of Nigerians don't trust. The outlets are very, very few across the entire federation, and very few people have converted. We've not seen any of the government representatives using a CNG vehicle. At least that will even, motivate us, propel us to say, okay, let's try and convert our own vehicles to CNG, since our government agencies or government representatives are using it, or they've converted to theirs. We haven't seen that. Distribution of 1 million conversion kits to commercial vehicles. I heard that is only about 15,000 so far. So where are the remaining? So these are, although we still has like 2025 and 2026 to achieve all of these policy initiatives. Reduction in transportation costs by approximately 60%. Did you hear that? This is the Tinubu's administration policies, President Tinubu's administration policies. In terms of transportation costs, nothing has reduced. Establishment of the student loan scheme that already has been commenced, that has been approved, and it has commenced. Processing of 45.6 billion naira for student payments. Creation of the Consumer Credit Corporation with over 200 billion naira. Allocation of an additional 50 billion naira each for student loans and credit corporation. Securing 620,000 million under the Digital and Creative Enterprises Program. Introduction of the Skill Up Artisans Program. The president has been talking heavily about that, but we don't know if he has commenced it yet. We're hoping that this year he would launch it. Launch of the Nigerian Youth Academy. Initiation of the National Youth Talent Export Program. Financial support of over 570 billion naira to the 36 states. Benefits to this financial support, I think it did that, was it not during the palliative era? But was it up to 570 billion? Benefits to 600,000 nano businesses with an additional 400,000 expected. Processing of 75,000 beneficiaries for 1 million naira micro and small business loans. Construction of 10 MSME hubs creating 240,000 jobs. Payments of 1 billion naira each to large manufacturers. All these have not been realized, though. Remember, these are policy investments that he intends to implement at least in this 4 years, and possibly if he intends to go again in 2027. These are his policy initiatives. Signing of the national minimum wage law, raising the minimum wage to 70,000 naira per month. That has already been achieved. Launch of the Renewed Hope City and Estate Housing Initiative. Plan to build 100,000 housing units over the next 3 years. Well, maybe that is already at the birth stage, but we haven't heard anything about that. Removal of tariffs and import duties on essential food items and medical supplies. That's not the case. Distribution of fertilizers and initiation of a project to cultivate over 10 million hectares of land. Order of mechanized farming equipment worth billions of naira. Well, during the presidential chat, the president emphasized that they're actually having dealings with Dubai and Saudi Arabia to see how they can, that bilateral relationship will help with mechanized farming, where they will introduce more mechanized farming into our farming system. Increased food production and job creation through agricultural incentives. We don't know if that has begun. I don't think that has begun. Food production is not necessarily an issue. I think insecurity is a problem with food production. So yes, insecurity has led to a reduction in food production. So what are the fiscal and economic achievements? Now, it has to do with reducing debt service burden, reviving the oil and gas industry, attracting foreign investments, which you saw the recent bilateral trade agreement between Nigeria and France. We saw all of that. Investors will actually be returning, evidenced by 2 foreign direct investments signed worth over $500 million since reforms. Now, you remember that in the presidential this morning to Nigerians, the president was able to disclose certain things that his administration has been able to achieve, where he expressed his optimism about the economic outlook for 2025. And he cited significant progress which was achieved in 2024 as a foundation for further improvements in all of those incentives, initiatives that, he had actually reeled out during his campaign and eventually when he took over office in 2023. Now, the president highlighted key economic growth indicators to include drop in fuel prices. That hasn't dropped. I don't know if buying petrol now at 1,000 naira per litre or 950 naira per litre is the drop the president is referring to. So these key indicators are questionable. Increasing foreign reserves and a stronger naira as evidence of a stabilizing economy. Is the naira stronger now, or is he saying that since the naira is 1,500 to $1, that it hasn't dropped from that particular currency, that particular number? From 1,500 naira, it hasn't dropped. Could that be what he's referring to as stable? We do know that for the downstream sector, he actually said it's deregulated. So interestingly, that's something to also consider. So the president also talked about Nigeria's stock market's record growth, which had generated trillions of naira in wealth, adding that the surge in foreign investment reflected renewed confidence in the country's economy. So for the president, he feels foreign investment is actually already more in his administration within this 1 year and he has come into office, and he's saying that there is a surge in foreign investment into Nigeria's economy. So the big question now is this, because I don't want us, like I said, we cannot continue to lament in the year 2025. We've done all of that lamentation in 2024. This year we want Book of Solomon. I don't know your interpretation of the Book of Solomon, but we want Book of Solomon this year. The president has given us a message that seems to be hopeful, and he has expressed confidence. According to Mr. Anosike at the World News at 12, he said there's what they call information bubble. Maybe the president doesn't understand the realistic condition of the common Nigerian man. Maybe he's speaking from that hierarchy where to them certain indices are indicators of growth. But in reality, or according to the common man, that is not an indicator of growth. It's an indicator of a struggling economic situation. And if I cannot access food as cheap as possible, if I cannot go via the road to my place of work or to travel, and that it has become very expensive, if my place of work has not increased my salary, and if there is no opportunity for me to have any other source of income, especially if the market is tight to have any other source of income, then what is that economic indicator? What would you call that? Would you call that progress? So if the foreign investors are coming in, on what scale are they investing? Certain countries already have good trade relationships with Nigeria, but we're talking about it trickling to, the grassroots, where we're able to feel the effect of these economic policies and, according to him, the growth indicators of his economic implementation. So it's a huge deal. So for 2025, let's say that we have an opportunity to talk to the president and tell him what is expected of him to do based on these economic policies or initiatives that he has mentioned in 2023 that his administration intends to achieve in these 4 years. And maybe possibly if he intends to recampaign in 2027, then it will be 8 years. But let's start off with this first 4 years. What would you tell the president to do now as soon as possible? There is a dichotomy between the presidency and the people, or a dichotomy between his ministers, the information they reel out, and what the people are experiencing or feeling. A couple of people feel the president just doesn't want to listen. It's like he doesn't even understand what people are going through. He tells us that he understands, but in reality, he doesn't understand. That is the feeling a lot of Nigerians have. So let's just assume the president is listening to us right now. Like literally, he is with us, listening to the conversation. What would you tell the president to do? What areas would you expect the president to work on as fast as possible? All right. And then, like I said, we don't want a book of lamentation in the year 2025 based on complaints that vital positions in the economy are given to a certain particular ethnic group. For one, I would have expected that the administration would have worked on that in terms of addressing the tribal disparity. It's a terrible thing, and it reeks of backwardness if we are still having tribal differences at this stage of our democratic dispensation, where tribe is usually the eroding factor to prominent and sensitive issues being discussed with the kind of supposed intellectual population that we have now. When I mean intellectual population, a population that can actually use social media, know how to use the phones for their businesses. It means that you are educated enough to know how to utilize your Android or smartphone, or let's just say your smartphone or iOS or whatever it is, that you use it for businesses, for conversation and all of that. So a situation where tribal divide is the order of the day. That's one. How do we intend to move forward with that? And how will the policy implementation or the policy achieve felt across board if certain group of persons feel they are being isolated, if certain persons feel they are not being represented in the grand scheme of things? Now, remember that the president had said that his administration will continue from the previous administration, but you would have expected that with the president's kind of person or with his personnel, that it will be completely different. Predecessor, as in talking about the intellectual capacity, sort of in that regard. So the big question now is, would he address that? Which one of the ministers would address that? I remember when Bayo Nanuga made a statement that Peter Obi was the one that is the cause for anarchy or something, just because he said anybody who wants to protest can go ahead to protest. It is the right of any individual. And it was turned to a tribal thing, like he was trying to support anarchy or disrupt the democratic process of President Bola Tinubu's administration. Other people have made remarks and they didn't take it in such a context. But because Peter Obi made that remark, it was taken in that context. So why would it be taken in that context from a tribal perspective? That's the conversation we're trying to have. If this country intends to move forward, how do we go beyond ethnicity, beyond religion, in having to work out issues? If you were to speak with the president, if you had an opportunity to let the president know certain things, what would you tell him to do now? What would you consider him to resolve now as soon as possible? Remember, it's the year 2025, so expectations are normally part of the deal for a new year. Okay. Now, you remember the one of the governors who made a statement, that's Bauchi State Governor Tinubu. He says, "I stand by my comment. I cannot be threatened," Mohammed said on a very popular television. Listen to the people, stressing that the proposed tax bills, if passed, will threaten the survival of the subnationals. Mohammed faulted Tinubu's undemocratic stance on the tax bills, saying that even those with military backgrounds would have listened to the people and addressed the areas of suspicion of missteps in the proposed piece of legislation. This is the Bauchi State Governor restating his stance. All right. Now, apparently, the presidency has also asked Governor Mohammed to withdraw his "we will show Tinubu our true color" remark. This was about 2 days ago. I don't know if you can remember. Where on it was I think it was yesterday. The presidency asked the Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed to immediately withdraw what he termed inflammatory remarks on the controversial tax reform bill. The special advisor on media and public communication to the president, Sunday Dare, made the call in a visit to the government house in Bauchi by a Christian community in the state last Wednesday, expressing his opposition to the tax reform policies initiated by the president. He described the initiatives as anti-North and favoring only a section of the country. The governor warned that if the policies continue, the northern region would show the president its true colors. And he also maintained that stance again, where he recently made a statement that he stands committed to his remark. Now, any other individual who would have made this statement may have been considered it a threat. They may have said it's treasonable. Why would a state governor be making such a remark? If it was an ordinary individual or certain politicians, they may have been taken in by the DSS that they are causing inflammatory remarks to get inflammatory reactions from their more of supporters. So it's a huge deal for 2025 and the expectation therein. So I would like to know, what exactly would you tell the president to do? Like immediately. Let's assume he's listening to us right about now. What would you tell him to do as effective as possible? Out of all those policy initiatives I read out that the president intends to achieve before his tenure expires or within the duration of his, and what he has also mentioned earlier today that he has achieved so far. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903 and the WhatsApp number is 0817 1756 338 0817 1756 338. That is the WhatsApp number, okay? But you can call the number 0700 0817 1756 338. All right, that is the number that you can actually call to be part of the conversation at this afternoon on Matters, the first edition so far. 0700 903 903 903. That is the number to call. All right. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Matters. How are you?
I'm fine. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Same to you. How are you? What's your name?
This is Afunwa Adama calling from Idim.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
My own advice to the president: stop traveling. He's looking for investor. Where the one where they here now? Looking for investor. The one where they here is closing down. Let him maintain the one where they here. You here stay invest for the place. So maintain where here. Know how to do it.
All right. Thank you very much,
Mr. President.
Thank you very much. 0700 903 903 903. Remember that you can also call the WhatsApp line anyway. 0700 903 903. Hello? All right, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. Number is 0817 1756 338. I was asking if you were in front of the president, or if you know the president is listening to you right about now, just like the other caller called and asked. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? Good afternoon. 903 903. And the WhatsApp number is 0817 175.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Same to you.
Yeah, my name is Shay Cots from Itire.
Shay Cots. Wow, it's been a while.
Yes.
I see your messages. Thank you for calling in. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm good, my sister. If I have opportunity of speaking to our president, I will speak like most Nigerians will do.
Okay.
Most Nigerians are hypocrites.
Really?
I will say, yes, madam.
Okay.
They can say it behind you, but I will not say it in your presence. I will just tell him, thank you, sir. You are doing well, sir. Now we have 24-hour power supply. Prices of goods and commodity are gradually coming down. We really appreciate you. You are doing well. That is what I will have.
Amazing. Well done.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank
My name is Shay
Cots.
Cots from
Thank
Itire.
you, Shay Cots. Thank you. Well done. Happy New Year to you. Interesting. Okay. 0700 903 903 903 and the WhatsApp number is 0817 1756 338. Hello. Hello. All right, you can call the WhatsApp number. Okay, call the WhatsApp number 0817 1756 338 0817 1756 338. That's the WhatsApp number for you to send your WhatsApp messages to. All right, so let me start here. AY from Mushin says, Esther, Happy New Year to you and all VOP listeners. Thank you so much. Esther, listen carefully. Can you see that even you have started lamenting? I know lament too. I just... Okay, Tinubu has nothing to offer. He's just buying time. Well, to answer your question, if the president is listening now, what I want him to do now is to address his primary school saga and all issues surrounding his past. Then he should also probe the administration of Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan and Buhari and recover all stolen funds. He should also use his presidential power to set a capital punishment for corrupt politicians. He should sack Wike. Esther, Baba Sheyi has absolutely nothing to offer, Jerry. AY from Mush. AY, you did not hear what the president said about his achievements so far this morning. Chidi from Ushodi says, the truth is that the book of lamentation that will open in 2025 will even be bigger because the canopy of Ewo, now course Mr. Chidi from Ushodi or Guinea, Pico, may I distance myself from this thing that you wrote here. It is not me. Lie, it's not me. 2025 is Book of Solomon for me. Rara. 0700 903 903 56338 0817 1756 338. That is a number that you can actually call or send a message to as well. 0700 903 903 0817 1756. Call will take your call right here. Like I said, it's a beautiful year for the year 2025. Things seems to be taking shape already. But maybe sometimes all these public officials should not be talking sharp so that we don't get distracted from the main topic of conversation, which is to see how we can have conventional, logical-minded conversations to move this country forward and not get distracted with things that has to do with where somebody comes from, where somebody is going, who somebody is, what tribe is the person, what religion does a person practice. I think at this stage of our lives and how long we've been able to merge, that we no longer have to rely. All right. We no longer have to rely on how things used to be. We have upgraded. We have moved on. We've been able to attach ourselves to something meaningful. So if you had an opportunity to actually give your expression to the president, let him understand where you're coming from. And you want to teach him like you're teaching a 3-year-old. 56338 56338. 0817 1756 338. That is the WhatsApp number to send your messages to. Happy New Year, Esther. If I see Mr. President one-on-one, I will tell him to call for national conference for us to address the issue of this British forceful marriage. Nigeria has since expired, and the reason we have insecurity, marginalization, nepotism, corruption, and it is my turn and our tribe to rule. Churchill from Surulere. Wow, Churchill. Interesting. This person is recording an audio. All right, be fast about it. Okay. 0700 903 903 903, and the WhatsApp number is 081 1756 338. 081 1756 338. That's the WhatsApp number in the program today. But you can also call, because I know that a couple of you may have been trying to call the usual line, but unfortunately. Esther, I love your New Year energy. Thank you. You are wishing for a Book of Solomon, right? Esther, do you have Solomon in Power or Pharaoh? They play. I love, right? Yes, I want love. That's the Book of Solomon. Love overload, riches and wealth. Let me tell you something about Solomon. A couple of people may misinterpret that book, but trust me, if Nigeria is in that phase, love, money, plenty, riches and wealth. People coming from every angle of the world, coming to bestow us with riches. They will just put their gold, place it on the floor. Now we go, they select. That's the kind of investment we're looking for now. So why wouldn't you want the Book of Solomon to take place this year? Please, I want the Book of Solomon to take place this year. All right, afternoon, Esther. What I want the president to do is for him and his ministers to reach. This person, you are taking 2025 with an axe. You are holding axe on your hand like this. Calm down. Calm down, Dayo. Calm down. Afternoon, Esther, what I want the president to do is for him and his ministers to resign because they have nothing to offer but excuses, loot and tax. And turn the people to beggars and amalgiri in the midst of plenty. They belly full. While you are hungry, they laugh at your poverty. While they tell you to tighten your belt and endure the pain. While they live their luxurious lifestyle. Nigerians should work harder and brace up for tougher days ahead. No hope from this Blue Bulava government. Ewo, Dio from Fagba. You're not even hopeful that 2025 will be different, ne? Haba, eschew hope. Trust the process. President just told you right now. He told you what he told you. I hope Nigerians will be smarter next election. You didn't put your name. Always put your name on. Okay. Somebody said, make her go YouTube, go see. You never see my face. See my face now. What do you expect? 2025 is a year of positivity. I mean, bodying positivity. So, asking that the Book of Solomon take place this year, because we all need the love. The divide and rule is maddening. The tribal division, the religious lines that they use to divide us, instead of us having to have astute intellectual conversations on how to move this country forward and hold our leaders accountable, all right, for not leading. We are being divided by tribe. We are being divided by religion. Obscene conversations that don't make sense is what a lot of our productive youth get themselves into. Nah, that's not the case for 2025. All right, 0700 903 903 903. And if you can't get that number, you can actually call 081. All right, 081 71756 081 71756 You can call that WhatsApp number. Somebody has been recording audio since you never finish. If it's too long, I no go play record drop since you are recording audio. Okay. Somebody says Nigerian will be better any day we want. Sheikot, we're praying, we're expecting, we're hoping that Nigeria will be better any day that we want. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me? All right. 0700 903 903 903. That is the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. All right. And you can actually call the WhatsApp line on 0817 1756 338. 0817 1756 338. That is the WhatsApp. Yes, that's the WhatsApp number for you to call and send your messages to us. All right. This person has eventually dropped. Oh, well, okay. I hope this your voice note is clean. Let's listen to. You didn't drop your name. I hope you put your name here.
Good afternoon, sister. I wish you happy new year and more prosperous year on earth. My sister, I'm dropping this voice note concerning the guy that just called previously, called himself, what was it called? Sheikot. He said he lives in Itire. Fine. You see, the guy I just told a very big lie. There's nothing working in Nigeria, and our government are not even helping the matter at all. They're not even helping the situation. Understand? You can tell. He said the prices of things are coming down, are going down. It's a lie. Everything still remains the way it is. Still remain the way they are. There is no constant power supply at all. We are still even going through the pain in the Tire that he's talking about. I live nearby his shop. Understand? It's not even even he himself is not even enjoying the life because he's I see him as as a what's it called this thing a landlord son. He's not paying for this thing. He's not paying for house rent. He's not paying for the shop he's using. So why won't he say what he's saying? Our government is not helping. They should try and adjust and stop telling lies. Stop telling lies, deceiving masses, deceiving their citizens. At least they should do something. We need constant power supply. They are not giving it to us. Some are enjoying the life, but they are paying high bills. You can imagine a guy came to my shop, my office this morning, was telling me that they are paying 21,000 naira per month. 21,000 each room, 21k. What are they using? You can see a guy, you can see someone who is using only fan, a fan and a bulb, paying 21,000 monthly. Is that constant power supply? Is that not fraud? Our president is a liar. Our president is a liar. Our governors are liars. All of them, they are not doing anything. They're just they're wasting our funds, wasting our resources, wasting everything. Please tell Sheikot, I know him and I know him quite all right. Understand? He's telling a very big lie. Even in Itire, we don't even have light. As I'm talking to you now, we don't even have light. As I'm talking to you now, we don't have light. Even as he's there in his shop now, he's not even enjoying his life.
All right, fine.
I remain anonymous.
Anonymous. Why now? Next time you put your name. All right. That was quite a lengthy one. Okay, so let me take more messages. Hi, happy new year to you all. From Vivian, all the way from Lagos. Vivian, happy new year to you and your family. Thank you so much for wishing us a happy new year. All right, that same is also extended to you and your loved ones. Have never seen a country being fixed by prayers with plans and right thinking leaders? Sheyi Cots from Itire. Okay, Sheyi Cots, no wahala. Esther. All right. Okay. I think I've read this message already. 0700 903 903 903. Dio, I think I have read your message. You're sending the same thing. So I just read your message already. So this is a repetition of what you have sent earlier. So thank you so much for that. I have read your message. Esther, you're looking so take away. Oh, are you sure you're living in this country? AY from Mushin. Oh, I am living in this country. Oh, me and you. Oh, we did here together. We did together. Oh, thank you very much. We got to, package our safe. We're packaging our safe. Thank you so much. God bless you. All right, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number. And the WhatsApp number to call is 0817 1756 338. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Yes,
What's your name?
Yes. My name is Mr. Paulinus. I'm calling from Isolo.
Mr. Paulinus. Happy New Year to you.
Paulinus from Isolo.
Paulinus from Isolo.
I wish you the same.
All right.
Yes,
please go ahead.
Yeah, this topic, if government, if our president Azumi is listening to us, that, what can we advise him to do?
Yes.
The problem is there is many things to advise him, but our president, I don't see him as somebody that take advice. That is the issue. Even people that can go closer to him and tell him to do one thing or this thing, he cannot. If they come to criticize the person, our government don't have listening ears. He always tell us. They just tell us one word. I feel your pain. We should wait every time. So I don't have any advice to give him, and I don't come here to insult him on the radio. Rather, I want to wish all the VOP fans a very, very happy New Year. Thank you very much, my sister.
Thank you so much, Aga Paulinus. Thank you. We appreciate you loving us and extending that grace to us. Thank you so much, okay? All right, bye. Hello.
Good afternoon, my sister. That my brother that came for me, I did not blame him. It means he did not get the vibe. All I said was that I would have spoken like in typical Nigerians because most of them are hypocrites. They will spoil you behind you and treat you well in your present. That was all I said. My name is Sheyi Cots from Itire.
All right, Sheyi Cots, well then I've played your voice note. Sheyi Cots was responding to the other caller who says that Sheyi Cots was not being realistic in his assertions that he's lying. Well, I think maybe Sheyi Cots was just being sarcastic by making the statement he made. He acted like any other Nigerian that would tell you good and positive things in your presence, but ridicule you and say all manner of negative things behind you. So he's acting like a typical Nigerian because according to him, Nigerians are not honest or they can be quite hypocritical. So he's acting as a typical hypocritical Nigerian. Well, Sheyi Cots is not everybody, sure. Esther, okay. Esther, I don't see you on YouTube. You're looking okay and freshly from oven. Ha! You don't say nothing really concern you with this country palaver. I beg share updates. Moses, also known as Paragon, representing the Panico. Moses, you know, starts with a crackhead when we go to discuss political matter for this country, for this what's it called, for this radio station. You think say na joke. You know, we say we the readers we they do exam, all the analysis where we they do for you, all the question where we they ask analysts make it take answer you. Moses, so no be like that. So no be say Nigerian palaver no concern me, but what do we go do now? I know we carry what I put for my head. All right, 08171756 I like what some people are doing now. They are sending voice notes, but please try and make them as short as possible, not so long. All right, this is David Adeyemo from Alagbado, Lagos. All right, David, let's take a listen to you.
Hello, Sister Esther. Good afternoon. Yeah, I just want to correct something. I'm listening to your program right away anyway. A man sent a voice note to correct another caller from Itire. The man said, if I could hear you clearly, that if we could meet Mr. President, he will pretend like every other Nigerian.
Exactly.
That he will become a hypocrite and tell him that everything is working. So it didn't mean that everything is working, but he will pretend and he will say that, to him. That's exactly what he said. So he didn't say that, he will tell him that, or what he said is actually, what is actually happening in the country. That it will pretend as if everything is working fine. Okay?
Yeah.
So for that, I will send a voice note just to make that correction. So it's not, court is not saying maybe things are working, but he say we pretend to also, say the same thing to Mr. President. Okay, if I could hear him very well, that's exactly what he said. Just to correct him, I will send a voice note.
Yes, thank you so much, David Adeyemo from Alagbado, Lagos. You actually got it. You were very apt in what you said. That's exactly of court. So I don't know. I think the court issue doesn't apply to every order from the judge, and a situation where you may go to jail. Some people it doesn't. They don't care. Maybe they know nothing will happen. I don't know. But that's it. Chidi from Oshodi. Concerning Nigeria, the foundation of prosperity is yet to be laid. Faith and positive speeches without works is dead. Chidi from Oshodi. I'm still maintaining that Book of Solomon is for the year 2025. That's it from you. All right, let's listen to this voice note. Please kindly put your name when you send a voice note, okay?
Yeah, hi Esther. I'm just listening to what Shay and the other guy was saying. To be honest, I think the second guy that called that actually was trying to discredit what Shay said was the one who didn't actually understand what Shay was doing and the method Shay is using. It was more like sarcasm. You understand? It looks more like maybe he has a personal issues with Shay from my own point of view, because I wouldn't know how an ordinary Nigerian, because we are so creative, will not understand what Shay did. I could have done the same thing. You understand? And Shay was perfectly right. Not Yoruba, but Shay was overright, the warrior. You get? He was right. That's the normal Nigerian parlance. Like, Dobale for Jagaban, City boy, whatever. Meanwhile, you're suffering. So please, you guys should not put VOP in that limelight where you need to start talking or exchanging words with each other. Shay was perfectly right. I actually love what he was using. It wasn't Shay's fault. It is his own fault. Okay. So that's it. My name is Fortunate to see you, Godavi. Thank you so much and Happy New Year to all of our listeners and VOP family.
Thank you, Mr. Fortunate. That's amazing. We already were able to deduce what Shay Courts meant. I think I was able to interpret that, and a couple of persons who have said the same thing. So thank you for clarifying on that, okay? Hello, good afternoon. Happy New Year. How are you?
Hello.
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 Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year. I called back because of the comments where somebody attacked Shay Court.
All right.
This person not understand English. Make it ask question.
You don't do now. They don't for him to interpret what Shay Court was saying. However, thank you so much, Mr. Ogunbiyi from Idimo, for that opinion as well. Esther, expecting this government to work is like expecting a blind man to lead you to cross an expressway full of fast cars. Also, it's like putting an agbero in the vault of a central bank, or you put an agbero to run a multinational corporation. It will run it aground. It will run it aground. You can't give what you don't have. Let our president attend interviews by Christian Amanpour or other press medium, not by an guided interview that will ask the critical questions as usual. He'll miss Yan. It's a shame the worst of us is really the best of us. Truly, there was a country. Dyer from Fagba. All right, Dyer, thank you so much. Esther, good afternoon and a Happy New Year. If I meet the president one-on-one, I will tell him, President, pass a law to stop journalists giving us packaged journalism, lying to us, telling us what to talk on radio and not what to talk. From Chimeze, from Satellite Town, Lagos. Hey, Chimeze. What is now the difference between you and the current administration that is telling us what to do? Because right now, you're being authoritarian. You can't call on radio to say anything you like when you don't have any evidence to prove otherwise. Or you call on radio and lambast and insult and whatever. When the radio station gets a license or is sanctioned, where will you be? Chimeze, where you go day? I they ask you. Or if DSS can't carry person for this place, where you go there? You go do crowdfunding. You go participate for crowdfunding. No, the essence of broadcasting is not to heat up the polity. We will inform you, yes. We will educate you, good. We will balance the equation. It's supposed to be a balanced reportage, but not to heat up the polity and spread hatred or no. I'm sorry. Go check out the ethics of broadcasting. Maybe that way you'll reason a little bit and not sound the way you're sounding. But however, Happy New Year to you and thank you for your opinion. All right. Somebody says I agree with she. Thank you very much for that. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call, and the WhatsApp number to send your messages to or to call is 0817 1756 338. Now, Abidin from Bagada says, I want to inspire Nigerians to hold on to hope and believe in a better future for our great nation. Despite the challenges we face, I'm convinced that Nigeria will emerge stronger and more resilient. Let's keep faith, stay positive, and work together towards a brighter tomorrow. Happy New Year to all VOP family. Thank you, Abidin from Bagada. You be better person. Thank you so much. Mr. Anonymous, you got Shay caught all wrong. He was just being sarcastic. From Andy, Pastor Andy from Fadi. Thank you so much, Pastor Andy. I think Mr. Anonymous already gets it now. Maybe he didn't get it before. A lot of persons have been able to clarify. So thank you so much for that clarification. 0817 1756 338, 0817 1756 338. That's the WhatsApp number to send your WhatsApp messages to, and you can also call that WhatsApp line. I think there's something wrong with the 0700 903 903 number because we've not been able to generate any calls from there. I don't know if this is a New Year situation kind of thing. Let's see if we can get some calls in here. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? Hello? Okay, no message, no call. All right, 0700 903 903 903. Let's see if calls will come in there. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? All right, no call. So please call the WhatsApp line. Call 0817 1756 338. All right, please do. Okay, so Esther, there is a saying by beautiful Nubians that the true test of a leader is to lead right in front and not excuses. For your presidential guided interview, it's a shame and embarrassment. A world's laughing stock. You can see an emperor, taskmaster, talking no sympathy or empathy for the people, speaking out of point. A true leader should listen to the people and change the obnoxious policies he created that has turned the people to beggars and a margarine in the midst of plenty. Rather, he was justifying it. Case studies, 4 minutes. Wow. Okay, let's see. Let's take it for now because we have another program coming up very soon. So let's see. This voice note that you took here is really long. 4 minutes at that. Okay. Where's that call? 0817 1756 338. That's the number. 0817 1756 338. So let's listen to this WhatsApp message.
Hello, Esther. Good afternoon. I've been trying to reach you, but the line was not going through. So let me drop a voice message. You see, we Nigerians, we are the product of the type of leader that we have because we are too sentimental, hypocrite, and we are not good people. We can't say the right thing the way they're supposed to be. You see, for example, 9 to 2007, you definitely know that the man has not much to offer. I was surprised. I'm a Yoruba man, but let me be honest with you. I was surprised when people tell you that, when people say that it was Tinubu that laid down the foundations of this growth we are having in Lagos. That's not true. Tinubu may have had a good successor, somebody like Raji Fashola. Fine. Fashola started all this development we see around the corners of Lagos. During the time of Tinubu, we know how Oshodi were. We know how Agege, Abulegba, Mile 2, Fresh Stack, and the like of different places were. But it was after Fashola came on board that all these things changed. So we should expect little or nothing much from Tinubu. The man has not much to offer. I voted him in 2020, was it not 2023 last year? I voted last 2 years now. I voted him. I never regret voting him because I was thinking that this man can propagate Awolowo agenda. only for me to find out that he just came to put the people in a serious suffering. But now I know better about his agenda. It was not flying a Awolowo agenda. So definitely by 2027, if God keep us alive, I would definitely not vote him. But come to think of it, if you look at what this governor from Bauchi is saying, this might make something like that even strike people like us to even vote Tinubu, because you see, this governor, an average governor in these countries are so lazy. They don't want to do anything. They just want to collect that monthly cake and then go back to the estate and then be lazy. Because if you have these active governors who are supposed to be in full farming businesses, in so many things that can make the state grow. You see? So look, this is not a tribal speech, but look, for a long time, in years, the South has been breastfeeding the North for too long. It's too much. These are states that don't want alcohol. I'm a Muslim, I don't take alcohol. So you should not benefit from something that you say is bad. Look, these are states that when they drill oil from the south, then they share the money to these people. This is wrong. This is not how a nation will develop. Such a nation can never develop. That is the honest truth. Such a nation can never develop. A nation where everybody wants to take from one part of the country. And that is why power must go back to the states. Not until power go back to the list, because all these governors are so lazy. And Nigerians, you see, the problem with an average black man is that we are uneducated and we are so much ignorant. Because if we are not so much ignorant, we focus more on national politics than local politics. If an average Nigerian can channel their energy to the state, you will see that state will become responsible. But no, what we charge is federal government. Okay, we say Tinubu bought a yacht, 5 billion naira the other day. They are trying to change his wife Carlos with over 3, 4, 5 billion as well. These are what we can see. These are what is made to the public domain. If you know the amount of money that these governors use to buy cars and to buy cars for their first lady, my sister, you will scream. So we keep quiet about all these state governors, and that is why they went away with our money and they focused on the national. You'll be surprised as many of those state governors are even richer than the president. And that is the honest truth. You may not know now, but I bet you many of these state governors, they are rocks. So that is it. Please, we don't expect anything much from Tinubu. That is the honest truth. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. That was quite the lengthy message. 4 minutes. Okay, thank you for eventually telling us your name. Is your name Fortunatus Ugodevi? No, that's not your name. This is... All right, let's listen to this from Fortunatus Ugodevi.
Good afternoon. On the topic, if I have the opportunity to stay one-on-one with Tinubu, I will just tell him, we've heard what you told us today. We've heard all that you said. But wait till Nigerian people wake up. If Nigerian people should wake up today, you wouldn't be saying what you're saying. Just wait till they wake up. They are still asleep. Just wait till they wake up. Now, you cannot achieve a positive result with this kind of method we're using, and you just cannot approach a digital world with an analog sense. It cannot work. We can't get the result that we want. We should keep trying, but it will work. Okay? Esther, please, I have some mindset transformation tips I would like to share with you. Adibo, and the rest of the team. I just wanted to form a discussion. I do content a lot. My name is Fortunatus Hugo Davi. Thank you so much.
All right, Fortunatus Hugo Davi. That's nice. Thank you for that. Hi, Esther. Tinubu's reforms. 1. Tinubu did a reform on fuel subsidy, and the price of fuel moved from 195 naira to 1,000 naira a litre. 2. Tinubu did a reform on the currency, and naira moved from 460 naira to a dollar to 1,750 naira to a dollar. 3. Tinubu did a reform on electricity, and you were moved to Band A with higher tariff but without 20 hours of electricity promised you. 4. Tinubu did a reform and food security, and a bag of rice jumped from 30,000 to 130,000. 5. Tinubu did a reform in the education sector, and now parents can't even pay school fees for their children in unity colleges. 6. Tinubu did a reform on aviation sector, and tickets for local flights began to look like tickets for international flights. 7. Tinubu did reform in customs and excise, and import duties grew to become more expensive than the cost of items being imported. 8. Tinubu is now doing tax reform, and his spin doctors are telling you it is in your interest. Continue. Idowu Henry from Ojo, Lagos. Wow. Esther, please, someone courage to read out this message. Nobody will arrest you. I didn't study law in vain. I will appear on behalf of anyone arrested for speaking truth. Please ask Nigerian police, when did investigating a crime in Nigeria become selective? Why did police refuse to investigate the burning of Ikenga Oguchinyere Imu's house and killing of his uncle? Is Nigeria not for all Nigerians? It was a selective justice like this which made me to resign from the police when I was a security detail to late Governor Diepere Alamesaya of Bayelsa State. This is from Barrister Elvis in Canada. All right, well done, Barrister Elvis. Okay. Esther, wow, Dayo, I have read a lot of your messages, so let me take more messages. All right, I'll get back to you. Let's listen to this voice notes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Esther, Happy New Year. You are blessed. I don't want to talk about politics. I just want to greet you.
Thank you. I hope this is Ben from Iba. Please, I really do hope that's him because the voice sounds so familiar to that of Ben. All right, I think we've come to a wrap on this segment of Matters on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan has actually spoken to Nigerians to eschew love and show peace towards one another. He said, let us conduct ourselves and let our conduct be defined by love. That's what Jonathan is telling Nigerians. Let me take a little read on that so that will help us, get ourselves ahead in the year or as issues in the year progresses. President Tinubu enjoyed Nigerians, or rather, former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan has enjoined Nigerians to embrace love, peace, and unity in the new year. He said the year 2024 was challenging for citizens as a result of economic hardship. That is very beautiful. Wednesday, once again, Happy New Year. Beautiful Wednesday, once again, Happy New Year to you. I'm happy to actually be here to speak with you. God bless you so much for all of you who actually, through this medium, you were able to reach out to a lot of persons. You were able to help out people. So thank you so much, all right, for helping out, for doing the needful when it comes to those who were sending their numbers and asking for help. When it comes to those who were sending their numbers and asking for help, and some of you did help, some of you did actually assist. So I want to say thank you so much, and that should not stop. Let's continue to help each other as best as we can, all right? And God will continue to enlarge your coast and enrich your pockets as you give. God bless you. All right, Happy New Year to you. Let me read this message from Andy, Pastor Andy from Fadi. Honestly, I have nothing to tell the president because he won't listen, but I have something to tell Nigerians. People should double their hustle. Don't sleep when you should be working. Don't stay in the church during your business hours. Get closer to your God and always ask for his favor and blessings over the works of your hands. Our economy is of heaven, not of Nigeria and Tinubu. Well done, Pastor, for that message. All right, so you guys, I love you. VOP family, we love you. Thank you for your consistency. We are literally appreciating you for joining this family and being part of us. We really, really sincerely, all right, appreciate all that you have done, all that you have continued to do, and how you have just remained steadfast